I hate to be the bearer of bad news, but this oil right here, it's not gonna grow your hair. Neither is this one or this one, and even that one. Like, no. Let me share with you the fastest way to grow long hair. Literally, I will fast track your hair journey to waist length in no time, in the quickest time possible. And no, there are no oils involved. There is no magic product. And no, I am not gatekeeping. A few weeks ago, I posted a photo of me with blown out hair, and that photo got an influx of reactions. I mean, personal, private DMs from people struggling to grow their natural hair, hiding their hair under wigs, kids with receding hairlines, mums with receding hairlines and hair breaking and not retaining its length, and stagnated growth, and confusion, just really not knowing what to do. And the biggest question was, what products do you use? And each time I hear this question, my heart sinks to the bottom of my chest, girl, because it's a reminder that the job is not done. If people are still asking what product I am using, what product they can use to grow their natural hair long and healthy, we're just getting started. So here are the basics for growing natural hair. And these I'm just gonna categorize in 5 simple steps. That way it's easy for you to digest. That's why it's easy for people that are not into researching and doing their own research and watching 1,000 videos. Sorry for that. And reading a bunch of articles and books. This is just gonna give you in a nutshell things that you need to focus on to get you to that goal of long, healthy, natural hair that's thriving. And to be honest, this video is going to focus more on this right here. No, not the hair, the mind. Because the mind is the reason, the way we think is the reason why we are not overcoming the hurdle of looking for the magic product. If you're still watching these videos that go viral talking about grow your hair in 2 days or 2 weeks, or mix this and that and your hair will never stop growing, or I used this and my hair got to waist length. Like, those people are literally riding on your desperate need to grow long hair fast and your ignorance of not knowing how to do it. If there was a magic product that grows hair overnight, simply by putting it on your scalp, it would have gone viral and people would have the evidence to show that their hair has grown to their butts because of a particular product. But that product has not been found. There's many products claiming to grow your hair. However, the root cause of stagnated growth is really breakage. And breakage usually happens at the ends of the hair. The thing is, if you had a hairline at any point in your life, you know that your hair grows from the scalp. The scalp is rarely the issue. The issue is usually at the ends. If you were to shave your hair, or if you've shaved your hair before, or if you've seen your hairline come and go, we know that the scalp grows hair. So for argument's sake, even if I gave you a secret magic product that grows your hair overnight, yeah, it will grow your hair. It might grow your hair. You might see the hair come through, but you will not be able to keep it. Keeping the hair is where the problem is. Growing the hair is not where the problem is. Of course, there are situations where there's alopecia, seborrheic dermatitis, some kind of infection on the scalp, hair loss. There's so many ways, okay, that the scalp can actually be responsible for stagnated growth. But for the most part, especially for young people, babies, kids, it's really the ends. It's not the scalp. They're at their healthiest as kids. It's the ends. I promise you, it's the ends. These little bad boys right here. Not so much here. It's here. Let's talk about these 5 keys to getting your hair long. Number 1 is literally what you don't expect, but do the minimum. Do the minimum. People that you see spending so much time in their hair, switching up styles however so often, using heat, using protective styles, changing, like, the more you do with your hair, the more you do to your hair, the more you touch your hair, the more you detangle your hair, the more you part your hair, the more you style your hair, the more you instill those braids, heavy braids, tight styles, the more you touch, the more you do, the more opportunities to break your hair. So do the bare minimum. Like, literally being boring is what grows textured hair. And that's on period. So start thinking minimum right now. That's step number one. That's key number one to actually being successful. Stop thinking, oh, it's complicated, I need to do 15 steps. No, it can literally be as simple as 3 steps, 5 if, you're starting off and still establishing your routine, etc. But 3 steps could be all you need. Cleanse, condition, and style. That styling will also include your moisturizing, which I guess 4 steps if you like, but really, it doesn't have to be that complicated. Keep it simple and you will see results. Like I've already alluded, the scalp is really the problem. The scalp is really the problem. Of course, if you think the scalp is an issue, there's a genetic situation happening, there's baldness, there's excessive shedding, there's itching, there's inflammation, redness. Of course, there could be something happening there. Being unwell, sick, hormonal issues, some medications, right? Some medications actually will slow down growth or stunt your growth. Yeah, in that case, yes, then it might be the case. However, even if you sort that out and you're still doing your redundant, non-progressive routine, your hair still will not get longer. So what you want to do is focus on babying your ends and reducing breakage at all costs. How do you do that? You detangle your hair gently. You go comb free if you can at some stage. You detangle with a lot of slip. You detangle, I would encourage detangling your hair maybe just once in your routine. People will detangle pre-poo, will detangle at the shampoo phase, will detangle at the deep conditioning phase, will detangle at the moisturizing phase, and then will detangle at the styling phase. Like, your hair is screaming stop. Like, I know it feels nice to have detangled hair and have the brush and the comb just flow through, but textured hair will always have a level of knots in it. We can never really permanently eradicate them. The moment you're done detangling, knots are back. That's how it works. So learn how to actually reduce, minimize breakage at all costs. Learn to detangle less and just keep your hair in ways that does not cause tangles. For example, don't keep your hair shrunken. Don't keep your hair in styles that allow it to shrink and tangle up on itself. Keep it in, styles like twists or braids or some kind of, group, if I may, cornrows. Like, keep the hair together so that it's not free to just mingle and cause knots, which will end up needing an excessive amount of detangling and causing breakage. So learn to detangle healthy. If you are someone who grew up like in Africa, like me, phrases like beauty is pain or no pain, no gain. There's a whole lot of statements that just make you feel like it's actually normal to feel pain when you're dealing with your hair. If you are feeling pain, if your child is crying when you're handling their hair, you've already lost it. It's supposed to be gentle, slow, take your time. And I know not all of us have got time to be detangling for hours. I'll share a tip with you to be able to overcome this at the end of the video. Just watch till the end to find out. But, when you're starting out, just deep breath in and don't take shortcuts. The shortcut is literally just setting your back years, keeping your hair stagnant. So this combing, like exercising your muscles with a rough face and just angry or dealing with the hair. The thing about Africanness, a lot of people will look at Black people and think, oh, they're strong. Dark-skinned women, for example, are seen as, oh, she's strong, or she can handle a lot. And our hair, when you look at our hair, you look, oh, you can handle a lot. It looks so fierce and but it's actually quite the opposite. Our skin is quite fragile, quite delicate. Our hair, same. Treat yourself like the delicate individual that you are. I don't know how else to say it. But learn how to detangle your hair well. Number 3, believe that without moisture, you are set for failure. You are set for failure. If your hair is dry, I'm sorry, sis. Long hair is not going to be your portion. I saw the best results when I discovered my moisturizing routine that is probably the most popular here on the internet. Moisture literally got me to waist length. Dry hair just means more breakage. Dry hair means weakness, means hair that's not resilient or flexible. It's gonna snap. Like, learn to moisturize your hair. In fact, learn to moisture train your hair. I've done a video on moisture training. Go check that out. It's a game changer. It's gonna teach your hair to just be hydrated all the time. It's gonna teach you how to be adopt habits that encourage hydration all the time. That way you're not looking for the magic product. Number 4, and this is the kicker for people that do not want to spend hours in their hair, parting their hair, detangling the hair, establish permanent parts. Permanent parts are just, you part your hair once like this and just work in those parts for a long time, right? Parting the hair is one of the quickest ways to not only encounter breakage, but to get frustrated. Once you part your hair, the scalp gets tender, you're frustrating, your heart rate's going up. This is my experience anyway. And after parting, it's not going to be good. You're going to be rough handling your hair. It's not going to look good. So part your hair and then work in these parts all the time. Wash your hair in the parts, detangle your hair in the parts, style your hair, moisturize in the parts. And I very specifically recommend this for kids that do not like their hair touched, that do not like to sit for hours detangling. You can actually work in those parts really slowly, gently, with no pressure to finish in a particular time or to have a perfectly detangled part. You can put it in a twist and the hair is still gonna look fine because it's already parted. It's permanently parted. You're gonna wash, deep condition, moisturize the hair in those parts. So parting is not an issue. Like, try to put your hair or your kids' hair in permanent parts and start working in those parts. Everything you do will be in those parts. Stretching the hair, blow drying the hair, braiding the hair, styles will just be in there. If you're gonna do twists, you're gonna do them in those parts. If you're gonna do braids, you're gonna do them in those parts. Whatever you do, and I would encourage us just jumping in between those two for kids. Like, don't complicate it with cornrows, and unless you want to do it for a period, once you stretch their hair and then go back to the permanent parts. But then parting and changing styles and doing swirly things all the time, it's cute, but a lot of times the kids don't like it, and it's not really sustainable for a routine that is aimed at length retention. So it's possible, but I'm talking about people that are just starting and actually don't know their way around. Game changer. Finally, just unlearn habits that are redundant and unproductive. Beauty is pain. No pain, no gain. Dirty hair grows. Rough detangling is necessary. Textured type 4 hair doesn't grow. These things are the things that just keep us stagnant at the same length. Like, unlearn those things. None of those things are true, literally. And another thing here is also texture manipulation. If you're trying to rub or brush edges for a long time to slick them or make them look like something else or to make the style look neat, if you're holding your kids' ponytails too tight for smartness, there's not gonna be hair eventually on that kid's scalp. She's not gonna be comfortable anyway. Accept the texture for what it is. It doesn't mean you can't use gels or clean up your edges. These edges are not the cleanest. I'm just gonna show you here. But I did use a gel, and for me, all they require is a bit of my hands brushing a little bit, and just putting a really gentle, hydrating gel. I would recommend this one. I would recommend this one for type 4 hair. I would. It doesn't give you a strong hold, so if you want a strong hold, this is not it. It's a very gentle hold, but it does give you a smart, clean looking style. The edges will not be like tamed, but they will be neat, right? I did the style yesterday, girl, and I haven't really gone in there again, but do you know what I mean? Like, it will actually give you, these have been done with this gel, moisturized hair, and this gel from As I Am. And to me, this is a cool style, even for a child. Like, put little ribbons in here and she is sorted, like done. Because one of the reasons our hair just never grows is trying to manipulate the texture into something that it's not. This just needs to stop. It's causing your hairline to recede, and it's causing you to lose your hair all around your perimeter. You know, trying to do this tight ponytail and slick everywhere. It's cute, but it's not healthy, particularly if it's repeated or if it's too aggressive. Our hair is fragile, like I said already. Black woman, you are delicate. Like, don't overdo it. Settle in it and let it be self-care. I know it's hard to believe, especially for someone who's never done this before. You're like, how can I do this and be relaxed about it? I used to cry when doing my hair. I really used to, but that is a whole different story right now. So it's about changing this right here. The other habit that we really need to rethink is protective styles. Are they really protecting? You can do braids, you can do whatever, but then you need to know how to handle your hair while in those styles. If you're using synthetic hair, it could be drying. It is drying. So you want to know how to moisturize your hair while wearing that style. If you're using human hair, you need to know what you're doing. Whatever you're doing. Wigs, if you're gonna wear a wig, try and use a wig that's actually gonna help your hair. If you're doing frontals all the time and your hair is receding and you're asking me why, I think we both know why. So half wigs, headband wigs, afro wigs, wigs with fringes, pixie cuts, textured wigs, curly wigs that don't allow you to try and whip your hair into a different texture. That's the stuff to go for, okay? I've done a few videos here sharing wigs that I've worn, that I wear, that are textured or curly at least. There's options here for you guys to try out, okay? So these are the essentials for us to be able to actually grow hair and attain healthy hair that's long or that's thriving. If that's your goal, of course, to get long hair. You can have short hair that's healthy, that's fine. But I know a lot of us actually want long hair, and there's nothing wrong with wanting long hair. It's proper. There's nothing wrong. It's exciting. It's fun. It's beautiful. But in order to achieve that, guys, I promise you, these are the things that you need to actually learn and refocus. Now, how would a healthy routine actually look like? Here's 5 steps to a simple routine that you can start implementing right now. It's pre-poo, cleanse, condition, moisturize, style. And you can actually skip the pre-poo one once your hair is in permanent parts, right? Because pre-poo for me is really for people that have got really matted hair, really tangled hair that needs a lot of help and time before we shampoo, because the shampoo stage, the cleansing stage, can actually reinforce tangles, if you know what I mean, make it worse. So we want to remove the tangles, detangle the matting, put the hair in sections before we go ahead to cleanse the hair. And that is called pre-poo, pre-shampoo, right? So if you're someone who is in the place where you don't know where to start, the hair is really bad, pre-shampoo, use an oil or a conditioner, put it in your hair and just comb through, detangle as gently, slowly as you can. And as you're doing that, just put the hair in sections, okay? You can work 3 sections, 4 sections, 6 sections, however many you want, or actually put the hair in permanent parts, right? Right now I've got 30 parts in my hair. You can do that. And then go ahead to shampoo the hair. And what you want to do is shampoo the hair within those twists. Shampoo the hair, cleanse the hair, squeeze the product in, and rinse the hair, squeezing the product out, squeezing the water out, focusing on the scalp, but also washing the length of the hair. Once you're done cleansing with a really hydrating shampoo, the key here is to not strip the hair of moisture. So you don't want really harsh shampoos. Stay away from that. Go for moisturizing shampoos. Okay, I would recommend Pure Silk. That's one that I use personally. I've discovered it for myself. I use it on my kids. I don't know, it's taken me so long to find a shampoo that's really hydrating. But yeah, the Pure Silk from Bounce Girl is amazing. So if you've got one that's, you know, in your house already and it's working for you, go ahead. But if you're looking for one, that's one I'd recommend. Once your hair is clean, go ahead and deep condition. I recommend Don't Despair Repair from Briogeo. Not cheap, but it repairs, strengthens the hair, and also hydrates. All in one, game changer. It eliminates the deep conditioner and the protein treatment because it's 2 in 1, right? That one I'd recommend. If you just want a deep conditioner, you can go for something like Camille Rose's Algae Renew, I think it's called. I've used that one and it's a great one as well. Go ahead and deep condition your hair really well. Okay, 1 hour minimum with heat. And that means putting the conditioner in your hair, putting a plastic cup over, and then a head sock on top to trap the heat. Alternatively, you can sit under a hooded dryer attachment. Alternatively, you can sit under an actual dryer, or you can go heatless and just use your body heat. That just means you might need to linger a little bit longer, as in allow the deep conditioner to sit on your hair for a little bit longer before it really reaps those results. Once the hair is deep conditioned, you want to go and rinse it out. Rinse it out well and then moisturize. For moisturizing, I recommend glycerin. 1 tablespoon of glycerin to 1 cup of water in a spritz bottle. Spritz all over your hair. And then go ahead to add your leave-in conditioner. I recommend a couple from Camille Rose, have been really good. Melanin Hair Care also has a multi-purpose conditioner that actually works for a lot of things, and it works well for leave-in, as a leave-in as well. So I'd recommend that one if you're looking for products. And then go ahead and seal with castor oil. If you're a type 4 natural, castor oil is the sealant, not shea butter. Castor oil. And yeah, shea butter works for some people. I've used shea butter years ago, 10 years ago. Castor oil beats shea butter in my opinion and in my experience. So of course, if shea butter works for you, that's fine, but I recommend you try castor oil. Okay, see how that goes. Once you moisturize your hair, go ahead and style. So go ahead and unravel each part, you know, work the product in, you know, slightly like finger detangle with your hands, and then apply something like this gel from As I Am, right? The smoothing gel, I totally recommend. It's so hydrating, smells amazing, does not dry the hair out, has no crunch, gives you a lovely looking style. I don't want to say sleek because it's not a firm hold, but it's a neat style that it gives you, really works on that frizz and really gives you shine. And once you do that, you're done. Like, the only maintenance that you have to do is, depending on your hair's needs, you might need to do this 2 to 3 times a week, or once a week, or even once every 2 weeks, right? And that is the moisturizing step. Glycerin, leave-in conditioner, castor oil, and then plastic cup and heat, right? So you're pretty much deep conditioning with your leave-in conditioner. That allows moisture to really go back into the hair and rehydrate your hair midweek. I recommend using the heat maximum once a week or once every 2 weeks. If you want to just use your moisturizing products without heat, that's fine. You can do that 2-3 times a week. However, the application of heat, as in plastic, head sock, heat, whatever, that one is just once a week or once every 2 weeks. Hope that's clear. And that's pretty much it. All you need to do is repeat the whole routine every 2 weeks or every 1 month, depending on your needs or what your routine wants or your goals. When it comes to scalp care, you know, there's a whole lot of oils out there that you can try, but one I've been using and loving is one from As I Am. I'll put it up here. There's a popular one from Mayel, but there's a lot of controversy around that, so I'll probably say stay away from it. But yeah, whatever growth oil of your choice will do, really. Go ahead and see what's available to you in your country and use that. Done. With the styles, you don't have to be boring and just do twists. You can do braids within these parts. You can wear wigs. You can wear hats. You can wear scarves, headbands, hats. And you can just style your hair in cute styles with your twists if that's what you want. I've done a whole lot of videos about, you know, styling your hair with twists. So go ahead and check those. Guys, in this video, I've discussed with you what you need to do to start actually retaining length and have given you a sample routine of what I think is the simplest, most effective to get you started. It's pretty much all you need to start seeing success with your hair right now. And you can actually take photos before and after you start the routine, whether it's length, thickness, scalp, whatever. Take photos before and after you implement the routine so you can see results, and that is going to really motivate and inspire you to keep going. I hope this video was helpful. I'll see you in the next one. Bye.